you guys are having a lovely Saturday. Now that it's just afternoon here in, in Pacific Standard Time. So yeah, I'll just wait for everybody to pop on in. Oh, it's like looking at the live looks a little bit different this time, like my video. Interesting. Anyway, so yeah, waiting for people to pop in. I'm gonna turn on my computer while I wait for y'all. I usually like to pop in at 11:30, but you know, we went overtime just a little bit doing yoga and a little chitty chatty, which is always good. So yeah. Moon Chariot, you are the first here. Hello. Hey, Michelle. So yeah, I'm just, oh, by the way, I have my computer up here now because we have our desert cauldron stuff for our shop is like all right here. So we have my little like workstation. Okay, so let me see. I'll just put that there. Get that all set up. But anyway, what do you guys have planned for today? What are you crazy kids up to? What's in line for your Saturday or your Sunday? Anything interesting coming up for the week? Any birthdays? Okay, let my computer just do that thing. Okie dokie. Sit here with my desert cauldron stuff. Susie, hey. So yeah, today, remember, I asked you guys what, you might want to see for the next live chat. Grun Orla, what's up? Hugs to you. And you guys said that you wouldn't mind having a little chit chat with Marta. So that's what we're going to do. So, before I do that, of course, wait for more people to come on in. I'll use a little bit of Palo Santo, kind of clear out the area just a little bit. So that it's basically just her and I, or as much as her and I can be. And if you guys don't know, Marta is our roommate from another dimension. So she's kind of between dimensions right now. She's not really here and she's not really there. Let's see. Moon Chariot said, my obsidian dagger is stunning. Yay, you are so welcome. So glad you love it. And you got all the little goodies and stuff like that. So yeah, if you guys didn't hear, Desert Cauldron, the shop that was created by James and I, James over at Light of Riga, we have like the shop full of like crystals and just altar tools and jewelry and anything for your magical practice. And we opened up on May 1st, felt that was a very magical time for newness and fire and all of that. And we did very well. A lot of you guys were very supportive. You guys got your goodies. We threw in some extra goodies, of course, for that day. And yeah, we've gotten a good amount of orders since then, from people who are like, don't know us at all, which is cool, now people are, finding the Etsy shop. So I'm super excited, and we have some new stuff coming, by the way, so stay tuned. We're in the process of actually making things with our very own two hands. So yeah, we'll be putting that stuff in. I won't say anything. Okay, let's see. Susie has nothing special planned for right now. Hey, nothing is something. It's chillax time. Michelle said, I started cleaning out my closet, so I'll be doing some of that today. Fabulous. It says, I did my mediumship readings this week. I was and am pretty excited. That is very cool. Congratulations, Michelle. And it is kind of, I think it's exhilarating, working with spirit, because it's basically, we're spirit, but we're encapsulated in this human form. And so I think it's always fun and interesting sometimes to speak to other spirits who no longer have that form. And I think it's I enjoy it. That's why I do mediumship readings too. So glad you had fun as well, Michelle. Let's see. Moon Chariot said, I wanted to buy so much more. Sigh. Well, you'll have to come visit us again because, like I said, we're trying to put new stuff in there and stuff that is it's like some arts and craftsy stuff that we've been making. So, you know, stay tuned. Gemini Grey Wolf, happy Saturday to you. And Angie D said, hey, hello, beautiful people. Hello to you. So, yeah, okay. So, like I said, if you don't know, Marta is a spirit that's not really earthbound. I really wouldn't consider her earthbound because I kind of feel like she's kind of here, she's kind of not. She's kind of like between worlds, and she seems to be very aware of her environment and that she's not being kept here because like her grave is here or something, or that she lived here. In fact, she says she was more somewhere over that way, and she says so this was not like her place. But she's just really attracted to the energy that's here. I feel like maybe some people have suggested like maybe there's just a good amount of energy here and she just likes that energy so that she can use it because us as spirits, you know, we're energetic beings. And so when, and this is like more like my speculation, when spirits want to do something that would exert a lot of energy on this dimension, it takes a lot more because we vibrate a little bit lower than some of the other dimensions. We're not like low vibration, but you know, we're like, you know, everything's at a different vibration, right? And so she kind of has to like lower herself just a little bit, which takes a little bit of energy to be able to communicate on this plane, and even to manipulate some of the things here on this plane. It takes a significant amount of energy. And so I believe that there's some sort of like energy source here that she utilizes, and that's why she likes it so much. Because I have asked her, and actually even asked her recently, are you sure you don't need help crossing over? And she's like, no, like I just really like it here. I like observing, and she just kind of likes kind of watching what's going on. So I'm like, okay, you know, but she's our roommate. Oh, Moon Chariot said, pray that Dogecoin goes up. Nice. Da, da, da. And wait, who else popped in? Oh, Butterfly Love Child. Hello, Butterfly. Grun Oila said, have you tried mesquite as a cleanse yet? You know what? I have not. I have not even thought of that. That's very interesting. I shall look into that. I have not used it. Moon Chariot said, Marta, that's so cool. So okay. All right. So we'll set the stage here. Like, told you a little bit about Marta. Oh, okay. Here's some more background information. She's from like 1700s ish. She's Apache Indian. She died, she says, when she's a little fuzzy on the whole like death thing, you know. And I think that, you know, when I'm just spirit, you know, if people just want to focus on like how I died and when I died, it seems like, you know, what about like that whole life I had? Like, don't you want to know about it? You know, I think that I would get tired of people asking me over and over again, like, how'd you die? It's like, you know, that wasn't the most important thing, you know, of my whole life, you know? So that's why I'm always kind of a little iffy to ask spirits like, how did you die? You know, because I'm pretty sure they get that question a lot. Anybody who does maybe speak to them. So, it's more, she has a thing about fire, like really avoidance of fire. She has manipulated our fire alarm a couple of times when there was really no cause. Like there's no candles, there was no incense, no nothing, you know, cause for the fire alarms. And she, like whenever I pull cards, it's usually like wands or cards where it looks like things are in fire. So whatever happened, some sort of trauma with fire, and she says she was roughly like, you know, in her like later years. I don't know, but that's not what I really want to focus on with her, because obviously, you know, if it's uncomfortable and it's that doesn't like define who you are as a person or a spirit. You know, so I just kind of like, ask her about, things that are going on. And she does like to shapeshift. She loves to shapeshift into the form of a wolf. So that's her preferred form. So that's how she usually walks around. But sometimes I do see her as a woman too. So yeah, she's very friendly. She's very chit chatty and very talkative, which makes it good for me to communicate with her to you guys because I know that she'll have a lot to say. Okay, so let me go back to your comments. Joss said hello. Forgot it was about Marta today. Angie said the First Nation culture, there are different levels one needs to travel in the spiritual world. Each level has a purpose, and maybe the reason she is at that level she is at. That's very true, very true. And also, what I like about what's interesting about being in Arizona is, most of my life, I've just been living in San Diego and California, and so I do know that I have family here in Arizona. They're kind of spread around. It's like extended family, like ones I didn't ever get to know too well, but it's like my Nana's side of the family, my dad's side of the family, and we're like the background, they're from Mexico, they're from, Sonora, and many of them were Pima Indian. And so when we're driving around and I see everything's like Pima, it's like interesting because that's like stuff we would talk about when I was in San Diego. And now that I'm here, it's like everything like my Nana would tell me, it's like, oh my gosh, it's like our family, our culture is here. Like that's just so cool. And so I think maybe that's also, obviously Pima Indian and Apache are different, tribes, but I don't know, maybe that's why we have rapport. I'm not sure. But let's see. I'll go back to your comments. Angie said, please leave her food and tea offerings on your altar. She will appreciate it. I have made sure to extend the offer with food and everything like that because it's like she's our roommate. I don't want to be like eating in front of her and be like, you can't have some, so I tell her, she's welcome to, using some of the energy in here, using some of the crystals. If she's hungry, she's more than welcome. I'm like, you're here too, Ishani, hello. And see, Angie said, a fruit such as strawberries, raspberries are appreciated. Duly noted. Maybe she might like a smoothie. Kay, hello. Made it to the beginning of your live. Hello. Angie said, wolf is my totem animal, appeared to me many years ago in your dreams. That is very cool. Billy, hello. You didn't miss much. We're kind of just at the beginning, just kind of asking everybody, how their Saturday is going, things that you guys have planned. We're talking a little bit about Marta because we're going to talk to her today. And I kind of feel, yep, she's around. I feel her. Aries, hello, hello. Oh, Susie. Angie said, my grandfather was Maliseet First Nations. Very cool. Let's see. Oh, Billy said, oh, can you please tweak your microphone position a little? It's catching and cracking a bit. Sure. Let's see how that works. Is it better? Might. Oh, there we go. Moon Chariot says, I wonder if she likes chocolate. Well, hopefully she does because I love chocolate. So there's going to be chocolate in this apartment. Oh, Wood Dweller. Hello, hello. Kay said, I lost a beautiful, dear, long-time spiritual friend a few days ago. Being with you all today is really helping. Well, we are so glad to have you here. And of course, at the end of our chat, we'll send lots of healing energy to your friend that has crossed over and also to you as well and to your friend's family. So we'll make sure to keep that in mind towards the end and for everyone. So yes, and so I'm sorry that you have lost your friend. But I guess hoping with today's chat, you'll, as many of us do know, that nobody's ever lost and gone forever. Our spirits are eternal, our spirits live forever. And our friends and our family, they stop by from time to time to let us know that they are indeed still around, they are still with us. Sometimes they got work to do on the other side, but they always come back around and drop little feathers here and there, or do a little breeze, or leave a little perfume, just little things to let us know that, hey, we're still here. We're still hanging out with you. Let's see. Brittany, hello. Bless you. You're not late at all. Actually, it's only been 15 minutes or so. So you're kind of right on time. Let's see. Silver Star said, afternoon, beautifuls. Hope you're all well. Have a cool story to tell you all if you would like to hear or read it. We would love to read your story. So do tell, do share. Brittany said, I missed most of it, but air hugs to you, Kay. Aww. Kay says, that's right, and it makes it easier believing this. Of course. Risa, oh my gosh, long time no see. And Brittany is saying, yes, please, do tell us your story. I will hold off on, Marta's got time. She's got nothing but time. We'll talk to her in a little bit. But yeah, we want to hear your story. This is okay. I don't want to overwhelm anyone. Your catty or your chatty? Billy said, thanks so much for the help with the story last week. I managed to write a story with the tarot and it was brilliant. Excellent. Yay. I loved doing the story time last week. That was awesome. Kay is wondering about all the boxes behind me, lots of goodies. So these are all the things that are in our Desert Cauldron shop. So this is actually like our shop shelf. So all the way up there is my computer. The goodies that are listed in our shop are right there, and then like a lot of the other stuff is down there. So yeah, that's our Desert Cauldron. Oh, you guys talking about beautiful, beautiful horses. Very nice. And then I think Silver Star Priestess is getting the story ready for us. Got us all like in anticipation, like what could it be about? And so while you're getting your story ready, I do have a couple of, I guess, tools that I like to use with Marta. She seems to prefer my dowsing rods, which I have here. And I don't use these very often. I like them, but I just don't get to use them very often, especially because when I communicate with spirit, it's more like through me, so I like feel things, I hear music, I get like song lyrics stuck in my head, I get images, I hear phrases, I see symbols and things like that. So that's my preferred method. It's just using myself as a tool, for getting out messages. But, sometimes I'll use oracle decks, tarot decks to kind of clarify things that I'm feeling and seeing, especially if they're kind of bizarre and they don't really make sense to me. Because obviously you don't really know oftentimes the person that you're reading for. So it's not like I have any sort of background on them. It's just like, here's the messages. I hope they make sense to you. So I have to try to make them as clear as possible. Hence why I might use tarot oracle to try to clarify what it is that I'm saying. And oftentimes for like yes or no questions, which I used with Marta, I use these dowsing rods. But Um, it takes energy to be able to manipulate the energy of the environment to like move these in and out. And so most spirits that I work with don't prefer these because it takes a lot of energy and they're already using their energy to communicate with me and put certain images in my head and like, work with me that way. So it's like, it's just too much for them to do this. But Martha, she's like, I'll use them. So we'll use these with her. Okay, so let's go back here. I missed some of your messages. Silver Star says, I went out to the mountains yesterday and I asked Universe to give me a sign the other day, and I did a little ritual and pulled some cards. And as we were leaving, a raven flew down and it was my confirmation. I love that. See, it's like to outside people, when we're receiving messages, to everybody else it's just like something average, like they would have missed it, but of course they're supposed to miss it because those messages are not for them, they're for us. And so when we receive our signs and messages, it's something that just catches our intuition just right, where it's like out of the ordinary, or it just like it's too spot on, it's so synchronistic that you just know in your gut that was a message. And and that's how it should be. When the messages are for you, usually you're the only one that understands them and sees them because they weren't meant for anybody else. Let's see. Okay, it's just talking to Billy, and Susie's like, yay for Raven. Michelle's never seen dowsing rods, so super cool. Well, I'll be able to explain them a little bit to you guys. Brittany said, sorry if I'm a little slower, make typing mistakes on my muscle relaxants because I passed out a couple of days ago and fell. Oh, no, that's fine. I mean, it's not fine that you fell, but we all make typing errors. Like usually I don't type into my phone. I'm always like, I like to dictate oftentimes, or I do like one finger typing. So like sometimes my text messages take me forever, or it's just all over the place. So no worries, and definitely, of course, we'll send you some healing as well at the end of our live chat for a speedy recovery and that your body feels nice and strong again. So we'll make sure to send that to you. Silver Star said, in a huge rebirth stage, haven't been doing my YouTube, finding a different way to go about my channel, just not time. The energy has been major, helping you to release so much. Or realize so much. So that's awesome. And I think it's good to, take time to figure out what it is that is really authentic to you and what it is that you really want to do, because then you'll enjoy doing it instead of it feeling like it's somebody else that you're trying to emulate, So yeah, definitely take time to figure out what's good for you. Everybody wishing Brittany well, as you guys do, because you're all wonderful people. Aries said, everyone here north of the country are going to level 3, Taiwan. I've been inside for the last year and there's water shortages. Oh my goodness. I hope they, when everything needs to just, let everybody just go back to, living again. Just letting people live, do their thing, live their lives. Yeah, can't wait for that. Kay said, what are the handles on your rods made of? Oh yeah, so I need to talk about my dowsing rods for sure. Billy said, I get tickles, tingles, and nudges when spirit is around. I hear songs on the radio, or I see certain birds for certain people. I made my own dowsing rods from wire coat hangers, which you can do, yes. And I also use pendulums. Yes, I do. To me, it's harder sometimes to get straight answers from spirit with the pendulum, but that's probably just my own blockages probably getting in the way sometimes too. Oh my goodness, Aries. Well, lots and lots of love. We'll send lots of love to you guys. Of course, at the end, we'll remember where our healing energy is needed, especially. And then, of course, we'll just beam it out to everybody else, too. Billy said, like when I went to the hubby's grave, terrible weather, too late in the year for them, and a butterfly came and sat on the flowers there. See, that's beautiful. That's how you know. To anybody else, they probably wouldn't have seen the butterfly, but since it was a sign for you, a message for you, that's why you saw it. Silver Star said he got a pumpkin cookie. Aw. Oh, so Aries says that they live in the South, so it's coming. Oh no. Silver Star says, I'm the queen of typos, no apology necessary. Me too. I'm also the queen of very long text messages that take forever. Gemini Grey Wolf says, my uncle used dowsing rods. Kay says, I'm going to putter around while I listen. Feel the need to keep my body moving. Love you guys. Had to throw that in. Hey, you keep puttering around. Silver Star says, I just get so excited and the fingers can't follow my brain. So Brittany says, never heard of those before. Angie, my ears whistle and lately I felt them touch my arms. Also, you have very, I would say, like clairtangency, like being able to feel, and also maybe also being able to feel certain items and being able to get certain messages from those items too. So maybe. Billy said, some say butterflies are the souls of the ancients. I said to his niece, if you call him ancient, he'll haunt you. I think if you called some of my relatives ancient, they'd be like, oh yeah? Well, get ready for some poltergeist stuff. Gemini Grey Wolf says, they visit me in dreams, but I also hear them and see them. Yeah, when I was younger, it was mostly my dreams. And then, of course, you know, I'd hear things, I'd feel things. My brother would see things. Billy said, I had that in Reiki. I felt an angel wing brushing my arm too. Aww. And Aries said, thank you. Sending and sync with the UK. Totally forgot about their own country. Oh, wow. Oh, and Billy's wondering if anybody else has like, what's that called? Clairsalience? What's when you can smell? When you smell things that otherwise have no other explanation of being there. Angie said, I see waves as well. Hard to explain, and people who are with me will see them too. It happened that it was spirits connected to them. Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so dowsing rods. Some people were asking about them. It's basically just metal. So you can use a wire coat hanger. So it's a straight piece of metal here, bent down here, and then on this part, you have a part that spins that's not connected to this metal in any way. So if I have just my hand on this part, whoop, you see that this thing spins all the way around. And that's so that you're not manipulating this, you know, so that you're not putting your finger here and like making the rod move. You know, you want your hand to stay here where it can move independent, you know, it can move all by itself. Like in San Diego, we have a dowsing rod society, but it's meant for finding water, finding certain things, and you can program them kind of like you do your pendulums or your crystals and things like that, to find certain things. So what we did here in the apartment first was try to find our main water lines. And so what I do is I just put the ends of this near water, and my intention is that we need to find water. And other people use other methods like using sticks or stuff like that for finding water. But usually they'll cross like this when they found some water, and they'll stay straight when there isn't any water. So same application, but now we do it with spirits. Like, where is the spirit first? Or you can start asking questions, and you can say that crossed would be yes, and this means no, or this means no, this means yes. You know, whatever you program it to be, just like your pendulums, you know, that spinning this way is yes, spinning this way is no, or when it swings this way. So you put that intention in first so that you're not confused by the crossing and the opening of the dowsing rods. Okay, so let me go back here. Gemini said, I get that. Remember when you sent my package and I smelled my aunt? I do remember. I do remember that actually. I thought that was really interesting. Moon Chariot said, I smell spirits sometimes, but not often. Yeah, that's not an often thing for me. I think that it's something I can do, but it's just not one that's used very often. Silver Star says, maybe it's Clarigustance, I think, with the smell. Billy said, like we smell someone's perfume or cigarette smoke and there's no reason for it, but it relates to the person in spirit. Exactly. Angie said, my mom can smell floral scents, especially if someone is ready to leave the physical world to the spiritual world. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Billy said, I tried dowsing at an archaeological site once. Hubby was alive then and was not convinced. I got him to try it and it worked for him too. After that, he wanted the man to tell him everything about it. Oh my goodness. Like a pendulum, ask it a question you already know the answer to and asking it to show you yes or no. See, I was saying it as you were typing. Is it okay to put a channel name into a guy in the UK who discusses how to use Go ahead. That would be fine. Go ahead and put the link so people can maybe learn more about it. Okay, before I get chatting with Marta, I just want to cleanse the area a little bit. So I'm going to take you with me and we're going to do a little cleanse. So what I'm going to do, okay. First of all, we're not going to stare at my chest. We're going to move over to where my altar space is. And this is my altar. So we're just going to light a candle real quick. There we go. And I'm going to get my Palo Santo lit. Hold on, maybe I'll turn this around. You guys can see. And the fan's right above here, so that's why the flame is all over the place. Thank you, Billy, for posting the link. Okay, so then I just kind of clear the area a little bit. Thank you, Susie. Don't want to have too much smoke here because that's where the fire alarm is. So just I'm just kind of clearing it out. Clear, clear, clear. All right. And I'm going to put my little candle out because it's a little too windy for my candle at the moment with the fan. Okay. And here we go. Joss says she's loving this, feeling the energy already being set. Yes. And I can feel Martha, like she's like, I can talk today. Okay. I don't know if I should be seated or if I should be standing. Susie is also burning some sage. And Billy loves a little house tour. Well, it's messy right now. I just got to make the bed and stuff like that. But okay, I'm going to bring my water. I'm going to take us into the bedroom. I kind of feel that she would like more to talk in here for some reason. Okay, so let me close my closet so you guys don't have to look into my closet. Okay. Okay, we're going to sit here. And I have my water because I get very thirsty whenever I'm doing readings, whenever I'm doing mediumship readings. So yeah. Thank you, Ishani. Ishani thinks the altar is amazing. Joss is like, my heart is pumping. All right, Angie's ready. Got a Lemurian crystal in hand. Okay, so I'm going to have a little bit of water. And I'm gonna ask here, I'll scoot back a little bit more so you guys can see me. So what I'm gonna do is, you see my hands, I'm gonna hold my hands on this part of the dowsing rod so this part can move freely and do whatever it is that it needs to do. So you'll see my hands are like this. And what you need to do, and I think I made a video on this like a long time ago, but you keep your hands to your side, so keep your elbows, I don't know if you guys can see, keep your elbows tucked in at your side, and you want to point the rod slightly downwards. Okay, so get your little thummies in there. You want it slightly down, and then that's how you ask your questions, so that your arms aren't moving around like manipulating these things, right? So arms at your sides, and then you start asking your questions, okay? So if you're wondering like what my arms are doing, that's what they're doing, but I'm just gonna lift my arms up higher just so you guys can see like what my rods are doing. Okay, but give me a moment to really connect to Marta, because although she's here, I want a clearer connection just so it's easier for her to move these. And I do also set the intention that she may not utilize my energy. Sometimes I allow that for like family members and stuff, but she can utilize the energy of the apartment. She can utilize the energy of the land like she has been doing, so that she can come talk to us. Okay, so she was standing off to the side. She seems to be smoking a pipe right now. So she has her little pipe and she was like asking like, what is this? And I said, this is a way for you to talk to a lot of people at once instead of just me. And she's like, it's good. It's good. She went back to like smoking her pipe. I'm like, okay. So she seems okay. All right, so everybody's ready. Okay. So even though I've already, like, I know she's here, we'll ask if she's here. Oh, Brittany loves the shop. Well, thank you. We're putting a lot into it, and yeah, we're really proud of it. Okay, so I'm trying to keep my arms pointed down just a little bit. I'm gonna keep my hands here. I'm trying to point them as straight as possible. I don't know if I should. Maybe I should lift the, I think I'm going to lift my tripod because I want you guys to be able to see. Yes, Billy, of course. You wanted to pass a feather and welcome and blessing, of course. So I'm just lifting the tripod because I want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing a little bit better. Okay. There we go. That should be good. There we go. Now we're looking down. Now we know what's going on. Now we know what's up. Okay, so, okay, let's not get my hair. Like, I got hair everywhere. I swear my hair has a mind of its own. That's why it's in a bun all the time. Okay, so my elbows here. You can see my hands are just on the part that's not swinging. But sometimes I put my thumbs here. If you're wondering what my thumbs are doing, they're just like right here. Okay. I'm going to point them downwards slightly. And I'm asking that when the wands cross like this, that will be a yes. When they're out like this, I want them to be a no. Okay. And then when you don't want to answer or you don't know the answer, you can just keep them straight ahead. All right, so Marta, are you here? Okay, as you guys can see, the rods have crossed, so yes, she is here. Thank you, Marta. Marta, do you prefer to take the form of a wolf today? She might be, maybe. I think I'll take that as a maybe because she's just like maybe crossing the rods here. So I'll take that as a maybe. Sheldon, hello. Brittany says, I need to order some herbs. Well, we have plenty of herbs in the shop. Of course, you can order some. Billy said, new dowsers, loose grip, please, so the rods can move freely, and don't put your thumbs on top as it limits their movement. Yes, of course. Yeah, that's why you don't want to do this, or so I just like this. Billy's like, I'm getting an itchy nose, so hi. Yes. Yeah, and feel free if you guys are also tapping in as well. I don't feel that spirit is confined to one space like we are, because I'm confined to this body, so I can't be in a million places at once in the world because my spirit is inside of here. Marta doesn't have that problem. She is spirit, so she's all energy. So if you guys are feeling something, go ahead and post it. Like if you are also pulling cards, maybe you guys are doing your dowsing rods, so if you want to tap into that, just set your intention that I want to speak with Marta. Marta who loves to shapeshift into a wolf. That Marta. Oh, Billy said itchy head. Defo tuning in now. Okay, so I'm just trying to see if you guys can see. Okay. I'll do this. Yeah, maybe I'll do this. I think you guys can see better this way. Or maybe I'll move this back here. Is that better? Susie's seeing her as a messenger. Angie said, my ears, there were spasms inside. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we're doing the side view then. Let me just make sure that I don't tangle my microphone. People seem to like the side view. Okay, so we'll do side view. Okay. Remember, thumbs down. Side view, and maybe lower the camera a bit. Or I lower me. Oh, there we go. I think that helps. Okay. All right, Marta. Do you like what I had for lunch today? Marta. Marta does not like what I had for lunch today. By the way, I had a salad wrap. It's like, Marta, what? Marta, do you appreciate the energy of all of our friends that are watching? Yes. So you guys could see they were crossing. Very cool. Okay, reset them. Okay, I'm gonna ask if you guys have any questions for her. Since I've been here, I've asked her a bunch of questions, but if you guys have questions, she seems to be very happy with your guys' energy and you guys all being here. And I have checked and double checked, she is benign, she's good. So there's nothing malevolent here. Right now it's nothing but high vibe energy and she's in here. So do you guys have any questions for Marta? That come in the form of yes or no. Billy's like, not so much. Angie said she prefers fish and meats. I've been getting that too. So, so she's been trying to get me to eat more meats or fish or something. Um, Sheldon's like, oh, it moves itself. OMG. Selkie wants to know, Marta, did you live in Peru? Okay, so we'll look at that one first. Okay, so again, resetting. Arms are at my sides. Thumbs are down. I just got my hands on the non-moving part. Marta, did you live in Peru? No. No, she's moving the rods out. That's a big no. Big no from her. Okay, Moon Chariot said yes. Does Martha have anything to say about my friend named Wolf? Let's ask her. Marta, do you... Okay, so the person I was talking to, her name is Moon Chariot. You probably can see her energy. Do you have anything to say about her friend named Wolf? Ooh, that's a big yes. You see these crossing? So Moon Chariot, yes. But it can only be yes or no questions. But she says she does have something to say about your friend named Wolf. Sheldon wants to know, Marta, do you think that Sheldon is a famous YouTube star? Okay, Marta, we have to give you the rundown on what is YouTube. Okay, so YouTube is obviously this camera. Well, okay, this is a thing that I talk to, and this thing that I talk to has all these other like energies. People's energy is connected to this thing, and they can watch and see everything that I'm saying. And our friend Sheldon likes to pop in every now and then. So maybe, would you like to just send Sheldon some love? He wants to be a famous YouTube star, or says he is. So maybe we want to send him some good wishes. Can you do that? Yes. Yes again. So Sheldon, Martha is sending you good energy. So good, good. Okay, let me go back here. So Angie said no on Peru. Angie said she is from Turtle Island. Oh, very nice. Ishani said, Martha, do you have any connection to India? Okay, let's look at that. Martha, do you have any connection to India? Okay, very interesting, Ishani. She didn't have anything. There was no yes and there was no no. So maybe it's that she doesn't know, maybe, or she doesn't want to say it this time. Interesting. Marina said, happy Saturday. Hello, my dear friends. Whole day I was waiting for our stream and got a delay notification. Sorry for asking. I missed a bit. Who is Martha? We are asking. Oh, Martha is my spiritual roommate. My roommate in spirit. So she's a really nice lady who loves to shapeshift into a wolf. But she seemed like she's very talkative. Like she's a very talkative spirit. She's not earthbound in any way. She can move about freely. And I asked her if she wouldn't mind talking to you guys, and she seemed really intrigued, that she thought this was an interesting way to be able to communicate. It's a little bit different than she's used to. So I just, since I've always asked her questions, like I'm wondering if you guys had questions. And so I'm just kind of asking her. So, yeah, it's kind of interesting what she's saying. But they're all yes or no because I'm just using my dowsing rods. Okay, so Angie says to ask her if she is from Turtle Island. Will do. And Moon Chariot said Martha has a kind energy. I got gratitude vibes. Aw. Okay, so we're gonna ask her if she's from Turtle Island. Okay. Okay. Marta. Oops. You guys can see me. Marta, are you from Turtle Island? Whoa. You guys, I can feel her energy in my arms. That was a big yes. That's a big yes. I would have never thought that. Okay. All right. She's from Turtle Island. That's that's cool. Like I hadn't even thought of that really. Um, but yeah, I could feel the energy like all down my arm. Like I was getting like little goosebumps. That was pretty cool. Um, Billy said, I bring you a feather of welcome and blessings. I feel your energy. Do you see a safe, positive outcome to my current house and home challenges? Okay, so Billy is talking to you, Martha. She has brought a feather of welcome and blessing. And she was just saying, Martha, since you're an energy that can be many places at once, as we all can once we shed our bodies, do you see a safe, positive outcome for Billy's current house and home challenges? Something that's for Billy's best and highest good. Can you connect to that and see that? Do you see a positive outcome for her? Whoa. Okay, so Billy, I'm not really sure what her answer is, but she's swinging them right now. So what I'm getting from her, actually just intuitively, as she's just swinging my dowsing rods, is that you are capable of a lot of magic and a lot of power, and to try to put some of your intention, I know you already have been, towards your current challenges that you're facing. But Martha, who's being very adamant right now, is just saying that you wield so much more power than you think you're capable of, and you can help to alleviate a lot of those challenges yourself. Although it may not seem like it at surface value, she's saying you can. Because just like her, you're spirit. Martha, did I get that right? And I stopped spinning. Yes, that was a big yes. Whew. Billy, that got me like really sweaty. That was a big answer from her. Whew. Okay. Hold on. I missed what you guys were saying. Lady Night's like, what did I just walk into? We're talking to my spirit roommate, Marta. And I'm using my dowsing rods, and she seems to, it's easier for her to use those. And Silver Star is like a wide web of people from all over the world. Yes. Gemini is saying communicating with Marta. Yes. Brittany said, how did you know she was there? It's like, how do I describe feeling spirit? It's like, when you're in a room and there's a household full of people, but let's say you go to your room and you know that you're the only one in your room, but somebody opens the door, maybe you don't hear them open the door, and somebody's standing in the doorway looking at you. Maybe it's your dad, maybe it's your brother or sister or whatever. And you get that feeling like there's somebody else in the room, and you go and look and somebody's standing there. It's that kind of feeling, like I feel like somebody else is in the room, but my eyes, for the most part, sometimes they do, my eyes won't be able to see anything, but my third eye is like somebody's standing right there. So it's like superimposed, so my third eye is translating what I'm feeling, with my intuition. And then sometimes my actual eyes see things too. So it's kind of like that. Okay, so now let me go here. Do, 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 do. And Ishani said, thank you, Marta. Hope we meet soon. Billy said, is it okay to ask, am I channeling my poetry? I mean, I guess we could ask her, but you could probably ask to your guides would probably be good for that one too. Marina said, thank you. This is so interesting. Never saw how Rod's working. Yeah, I mean, for most of the time when I'm working with spirits, they don't use them. They'll just be dead in the water. But with her, hey, I found somebody who likes to use them now. Okay, so Billy is wondering if she's been channeling her poetry. So Billy, remember the one you were swinging the rods all around like this? Okay. She wants to know if she's been channeling her poetry. Yes. Yes. Yep. And there's my hands. But yes, she's saying you've been channeling your poetry. So that's beautiful. Silver Star, is she an elemental who can shapeshift? Okay, let's take a look. Okay, so Marta, when people talk about elementals, they talk about energy that's made up of certain elements like fire, water, air, earth, something else. Are you element? Okay, I didn't really get to finish my question, but that was a yes. She is an elemental. Oh, that's why her spirit energy is so much different. That's cool. Thank you, Marta. Angie said Turtle Island is USA and Canada. I'm gonna have to look all that stuff up now because now I have some stuff to talk to Marta about. Billy said I got a really big tingly tickly on my back for the Turtle Island response. Sheldon says, Martha, do you feel an energy of happiness? I think she does. I mean, she's been saying she was really happy with all the people in the room, so to speak. Angie said, this is what we natives called it before colonization. I explained to her what Turtle Island is today. Okay. Yeah. When I ask her about the year, and I'll say it's 2021 is our year, she's kind of familiar with it, but it's kind of like she sees, at least the way I feel that she sees, is in layers, where she can she knows that it's not the year in which she came from. She knows that's not a thing right now. I mean, technically, there is no time, but she knows that there's different stuff going on now, but it's like everything is superimposed over each other. It's kind of what she's been saying. Ishani got some tingling on the back of the neck. That's probably her. Brittany, yes, of course, you can ask a question. And Billy got tickly on the left ear. Angie said, ask Martha if she was involved in the grand migration from the east to the west. Will do. Okay. Actually, let me have some water because now I'm getting a dry mouth. I get a little dried out. Okay. Martha. Okay. Martha, were you involved in the grand migration from the east to the west? And again, she's doing this swinging thing, which I'm getting as a yes, but I feel like she has more to say on this. Martha, was that where there was fire involved? Yes. Okay. Okay, so remember I told you guys at the beginning, like she's got this thing about fire. She really doesn't, she has an avoidance, an aversion. She doesn't really like it all that much. Like she was a little wary about my candles, but now she knows that just because I like candles doesn't mean I'm burning down the apartment. And I don't leave them unattended or anything like that. So I asked her question, you know, if she was part of that grand migration. It was like a yes, but these were like swinging back and forth. But I feel like it had something to do with that fire incident that she doesn't really want to go into or talk about, which I totally respect her privacy and, you know, not wanting to dwell on that part of her life. Um, hmm. Sheldon said, "Hey, Martha." Billy said, "I feel like someone is stroking my left cheek and a bit tearful. She's really kind, isn't she? She is a very mothering energy." When I said that she was more like a grandma, she got offended because she likes to feel herself as still very young, almost like a child. But she knows she's an adult. But yeah, she does have a very mothering energy. So it's very sweet. Like she wants to help, you know, which I think is nice. Brittany said, "I don't have any of the clairs and my intuition isn't the best, so I don't think I'd be able to sense spirit." It's just practice, you know, over time, and allowing yourself to open up more and more, because I think everybody is an intuitive being to all different degrees, you know, depending on how much people have opened themselves or allow themselves to open. So I think it's just more and more practice getting to know the feeling, putting yourself in situations where there might be, you know, spirits, and just seeing like what do you sense? Does music come to mind? Does a certain feeling come to mind? Do words pop into your head that don't make sense? Like all of a sudden you're thinking of popcorn, but like why am I thinking of popcorn? You know, you just write all that stuff down, and it's kind of how you help to strengthen, you know, that part. You're very welcome, Billy. Martha seems very, like she's super excited now that she has all these people talking to her. But Billy's getting tickles from these answers. Silver Star was feeling that big time. Angie said, "Ask Martha if the purpose of the wolf is to protect her people." Aha. Okay. So Martha, so you like to shapeshift into a wolf and you consider yourself an elemental. Is the symbol of the wolf something to protect your people? It's kind of like she was moving the rods around, but she might be unsure about the question, or she doesn't want to say it this time. But she was kind of like maybe it might be more to it than maybe we understand. Uh, Martha, Sheldon wants to know if he's a great tarot reader. You know that I read tarot cards, and Sheldon does as well. Do you think that he, as well as all of us, can improve? What do you think? Oh, of course, Sheldon. She's saying, of course. That was a big yes. We're all great. We can all improve over and over again. So Silver Star is saying that she really appreciates you being here. So, okay, so Martha, our friend Brittany here, is talking about her mental health issues, and she's wondering if they will alleviate, if she'll start to feel better. Martha, what do you think with our friend Brittany and what she's going through right now? Okay, that's a yes. But I was seeing something else that she was showing, working with plant medicine, and she was saying that it's not, sometimes you don't physically have to have the herb in front of you in order to reap its benefits. So I don't know what that means for you. But she was saying definitely to help you, you know, on your mental health journey, look into the use of herbs. But also she's saying sometimes you don't have to physically have the herbs. Okay, what I'm just hearing from her, she says you might want to, sorry for the microphone, that you might want to, she says, look at plants, animals, everything. She goes, everything has a spirit. Call on the spirit of the herb that you wish to use that's in connection to what could alleviate your pain or help to alleviate certain symptoms. And you ask the spirit of that plant to help you. So she's also showing me, like, if you wanted to make a tea or something, you do what you want with the herbs if you want to physically use them. But she's saying always ask permission first. Ask the plant's spirit first for its help. Just like you guys are talking to her right now. She says, I'm a spirit, but everything has a spirit, and you can talk to it just like you're talking to me. Yep, that's what I get. Let's see. Sorry, I have like my face in the camera. I'm like, Moon Chariot said, I just felt Martha on my right side around my shoulder and neck. I feel she was masculine energy as far as decision making and strong personality. Yes, I do feel she's not a pushover. She's a very strong energy, and she's strong now. Susie says, Martha, are we off by a day or two on the equinoxes? That is a lovely question. Since you work with the elements and you are an elemental. So we have our equinoxes. We have the winter solstices. We have spring equinoxes. Is our calendar off by a day or two? Yes. Ooh, Susie. That was a big yes. I think I have a feeling that there's more to it than that, but a yes for your answer. Sorry, I have to go through your messages slowly. Billy said, was that where there was fire involved, so much tickly on my back? I think so. I mean, she doesn't like to talk too much about the end, and I respect her wishes. But yeah, something to deal with fire, something about being engulfed in fire, which is probably none too pleasant. Angie said the migration was families leaving the East Coast to move where there was food, and also the time when languages started to change. There were disputes between other members, and my people stayed on the East Coast. There were also migration from the south towards Ontario from the Mississippi River as well. Very interesting. So yeah, if she was involved in that, it was a big ordeal. Plus, yeah, it seems like that was towards the end for her too. Billy said, I'm empath, so I feel a lot anyway, but when I had Reiki, that's when I really started to see stuff in my mind, and even when I had Reiki attunements, even more. Yeah, that's definitely, I mean, that is so cool because I think the more we just get in tune with energy, the more things feel like they're more open or that we notice them more. Brittany's like, I'm eating popcorn right now. Susie's going to be right over Brittany, so leave her some. Okay, Angie said, can you ask Martha if one of my guides is a woman called Morning Eagle? Eagle is my air name. Okay. Oh, hey, Catherine. Hello, hello. Okay. Okay, so Martha, Angie's asking if, what was the name? Morning Eagle. Okay, Morning Eagle. She's asking about Morning Eagle. you know her? They're not moving. So perhaps maybe she doesn't understand, or she doesn't want to say at this time. Let's see. Jazz says, "Hi Martha, my name is Jasmine. Do you know if hummingbird is one of my guides?" Okay, so Martha, as you know, we have an entourage of guides, each and every one of us. And since you like to work with the animal kingdom, is one of Jasmine's guides a hummingbird? And you could probably feel Jasmine's energy off of me since I interact with her sometimes. Oh, you're doing the swinging rods again, huh? Okay, I know what she's talking about. Okay, so she's swinging the rods around. And she's saying that, Jasmine, yes, hummingbird is one of your totems. It's one of your animal guides. But also she wanted me to mention that when I was leaving yoga today, my friend Annette was showing me these Pachamama like runes that she bought on Etsy. And she had dropped one of the runes like in her purse because she was like putting them away. And the one that I picked up and flipped over was a hummingbird. So she kind of just wants me to repeat that so that you know that hummingbird is definitely connected to you. Okay, so yeah, that's what she wanted to say on that. Billy said, "Dear Martha, thank you for the kind words and for stroking my face. It felt nice like my mom used to when I was worried. I bring you a flower of gratitude for all this. Thank you for being with us today." So yes, definitely. Thank you, Martha. And Brittany is getting into herbalism, then heck yes. And you're buying a ton of plants. So yeah, like she said, just ask the spirit of the plant to help you out. Billy said Bach remedies can be great too, definitely. And Brittany just got really cold. That's probably just her walking by. Energy oftentimes is a cool type energy. Angie said, "I think I understand now. Can you ask Martha, is the purpose of shape-shifting to a wolf to protect me?" You know, actually I hadn't asked her that. And I'm the one living here. I should ask that. There we go. Okay, Martha. Do you shapeshift in a wolf to protect my energy? Are you trying to teach me what you can do? Aha, I get you, girl. I get you. Okay, that was interesting. Thank you actually for asking that. That's something I had not asked myself. Yeah, so her purpose of shapeshifting into a wolf is more to protect my energy, but also it was like a contingent yes, because she wants to be able to teach me to do something similar with my own energy. Could I physically do it with my body? Not sure. But with my spirit, I could definitely do that because my spirit is I mean, it's only in a form because my body is a form, right? So it's like spirit in a cake mold, you know, I'm in a mold right now. And so that's something she wants to show me then. I'm glad you asked that question because I didn't even know. So wow, that's really exciting, actually. You guys are talking back and forth. Uh, Angie said, Eagle is my surname. Okay. Dude, what a freaking cool surname. That's really cool. Um, Catherine said, hello, long time no chat. I just started school, so I've been really busy. Eh? So what's going on at school? Tell us all about it. Um, Angie said, it could be that Morning Eagle is no longer with me. This was from 29 years ago. Oh, okay. So possibly. And Everardo, hello. Actually, people are just asking questions for the spirit that I hang out with. She's one of my roommates. So they're just trying to get to know more about her. So they're asking questions about herself, kind of figuring out where she's from and, kind of her background. So yeah, if you wanted to pop in and maybe ask a question about her, she's a really nice lady. I mean, I know some of you guys can't see her, but many of you guys can feel her, which is pretty cool. Okay, Senazas says, good afternoon. Can you ask Marta if by December would I be mentally okay? I guess, doing the things that you're already doing to help yourself. We can ask Marta. I mean, she just has to, well, I don't know. I'm just guesstimating. She just has to tap into everybody through me, basically. So let's ask. So we have a friend of ours who's working on her mental health, and she's wondering if it'll get better by December if they work on themselves and try to help themselves as best they can using the resources that they have available. Will it help? Yes, of course. Of course. Okay. So yeah, definitely send it off. So it'll definitely get better, by December. Like we were asking Martha, as long as you utilize the resources that you have and that you're trying your best with everything that you know to be able to help yourself, that was a definite yes. So as long as you're being proactive, talking to people, getting the help that you need, Martha gives you the A-OK. My goodness, you guys have so many comments. Let's see. Ishani says, I'm feeling as if someone is watching me suddenly. It's 1:44 a.m. here. Martha, is that you? Ishani, I probably don't even need to ask. That probably is her. I feel like all of you guys that are in the chat, whether you're commenting or not, so I could see that there's 27 people here. I think that all she's doing is just like using my energy, because that's how I connect to you guys. I connect to your energy through you just being there. And that's how I do my readings, and that's how I do my healings at the end of my live chats. So I think she's doing something similar. She's like using me to connect to all of you guys, and she could be any place she wants to in multiple places. So she's here, but she's probably like in all 26 of your houses right now. Just like, hello, I'm here, which is like kind of cool. Okay, let me go back up here. Joss said, Pachamama, yes, I heard that the day I saw the hummingbird. Amazing. That's very cool. Billy said, for people who haven't heard of it, Bach remedies are made from plants and they are preserved in brandy. You put a few drops in water and then sip it slowly during the day. Very powerful, even in small amounts. Yes. Angie said, this is a message that was meant for me, that she protects you, and you can shape shift as well. So I'm looking forward to that, like kind of diving into that more, like after this chat, and like really having a little chat with her and being like, really, do tell. I would love some help in that area, and like what that would be for, like how could I help people being able to do that. Billy said, Bach remedies, aspen for unknown fear, mimulus for known fear, and there is rescue remedy, which is good for shock, or the rescue remedy at night, which is the same but has a white chestnut for overthinking. Oh, that's cool. Silver Star says it's 222. Had that question too, if she was trying to teach you to shapeshift. So apparently yes. Let's see. Catherine said, I just started studying ecology and marine biology. Ooh, that's really cool. And the marine biology. I've always thought that would be fascinating. Butterfly said, question for Marta. I find myself in a period of holding. Am I meant to reconsider my current path? Sure. Okay, so butterfly love child is kind of in a holding period. So do you think if you were talking to butterfly love child's guides, obviously you know that we all have our guides around us, just tapping into her guides and her higher self, do you think she's meant to reconsider some things in this holding phase? It does not seem she wants to answer, and it could be she just doesn't know. But you might want to ask your guides too, since they are closer to you than Marta is. But yeah, ask them. Because she doesn't know the answer to everything. You know, I mean, spirit is all connected, but some things either she just like really doesn't know, or she just, for whatever reason, may not be our time to know certain things, so she just won't say. Let's see here. Angie said, ask Martha if I'm surrounded by people from Turtle Island that are in the spiritual world, and is the wolf still with me? Sure. Okay, so Angie's wondering if she's surrounded by the people of Turtle Island in her spiritual world, and if that wolf is still with her. So you've been able to tap into Angie's energy. Let's see if you can help her with that question. And you've been lovely, by the way. Thank you, Martha. So is Angie surrounded by the people of Turtle Island and having that wolf still with her? Yes. This was weird. As I was like looking at it this time, I could see like the vapors, like the heat wave coming off of these, like when it's really hot. That was pretty cool. You guys all talking. That's cool. Catherine's like, I'm very busy, but I enjoy it. Hey, if you enjoy it, then you never work a day in your life, which is very true. Sherry Bug at work and busy, popping on when you can. Well, hello. Billy said, feeling a really warm, loving energy. She's a beautiful energy. She is. So Catherine, the move has been great. I've been here for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 3 months now. I'm in Tempe. It's starting to, warm up for summer. So we're now like running the AC at night. And yeah, just surrounded by wonderful people out here. Everything seems to be going really well. My newly opened shop is doing well. Desert Cauldron. And yeah, things are great. Things are really great. Let's see here. Since we have a lot of neighborhood cats hanging out in the yard today, maybe they're looking for treaties, perhaps. Marina said, can I ask Marta if I see my parents this year? We're living in different countries and I cannot visit them second year because of all the lockdown restrictions. So Marta, if it's possible, could you see that it would be possible for Marina to be able to see her parents this year? And I guess the possibility for everyone as well. Sorry. So do you think that will be a possibility? And It's another one of her contingent yeses. I'm starting to understand this is what she means by like a contingent yes. So it's like she starts swinging them around. It's a yes, but. So I'm just kind of getting from her that, because there is so much, everybody here has free will. Um, and it's easy for her to say, just kind of what I'm getting for her, like, it's easy to say a yes, but when you take in the decision making and because of free will of the people that are in charge of such things, allowing people to fly into different countries and things like that, that it makes it a little bit more muddled, the answer. So it's like she's like a contingent yes if certain people make certain decisions, then it would be possible. But until then, it's like a contingent yes, because she cannot speak on the behalf of people who have free will, which is us. So it's kind of like you guys are headed in that direction, but certain decisions got to be made through free will of the people so that can happen, is what I'm getting from her. So it's like a kinda yes. Susie said, P.S. off subject. Love. Oh, dude, you love the shirt? We can do it. Let's see. Angie said, my waves. That is so cool. Now I wish I was in Arizona. Yes, I love it. Everardo said, would it be possible to ask if one of my previous incarnations was from the time of Atlantis? I mean, we could ask her, but she's been doing her contingent yeses, some no's, and some she just hasn't answered. So if she doesn't know, then she doesn't know, but we will ask, of course. So Everardo is wondering if he is maybe incarnated from Atlantis. If you're able to tap into his energy, maybe ask his guides, ask his higher self. Is he incarnated from Atlantis? Okay, contingent yes, so maybe I should ask a second question. Can Everardo utilize what he learned in Atlantis to help him now? So possibly a meditation, you think? Okay. All right, so Everardo, again, it was the contingent yes, so I had to use a follow-up question. So you might want to, in your meditations, as you're meditating on, past life, try to focus on Atlantis and all the feelings that may come up with that. And she's saying that you could definitely utilize what you understand in those meditations and what you learn from Atlantean culture to help you with your current life and your current life situation. So that sounds wonderful. Sherry Bug's like, oop, off I go again. Well, have fun, have fun. Catherine said, hopefully Tempe will be less hot than Tucson or Phoenix. We'll see. It's already been 102. And, I don't have my watch on today, but it's probably going to be another 100 day. Yeah, and Tempe's like right next to Phoenix. Silver Star says, can you ask her, am I connecting to the Asani, please? Sure. So Silver Star is wondering if she is connecting to the Asani. Would you be able to tell us that? Okay, so you've tapped into Silver Star Priestess before. Is she connecting with the Asani? Okay, it's another she doesn't know or she does not wish to answer. So let's see. Angie's like, she may not know Atlantis, which is probably why she gave the good advice of like, well, sit in meditation, see what comes up. um, Billy's wondering if anyone else is really hot. I'm really hot, but that's because it's actually hot outside. But I also get hot when I channel. Yes, and Angie is saying Atlantis would definitely be before her time. And you know what Martha means by yes, but. um, you're welcome, Everardo. Susie said, I feel a gentle breeze, Billy, which for me is like she popped in to see my energy. Okay, so I'm going to have a little bit of water, and I'm probably going to close up with her because I feel like she's like she'd like to run off and do a few things right now. So Marta, we thank you so much for sitting with us today and talking to my friends, and they really appreciate your energy. Those of them that were able to feel you, to feel your touch or breeze, and some people offered feathers and flowers, and we thank you so much for coming out. And I mean, you're gonna still be around my apartment, that's cool, but I mean, like, they thank you for coming out and giving your time and energy, because I know that energy is very precious. And yes, I know we still have like work to do to work on shape shifting, so that's cool too. Okay, so Martha, everybody's telling you thank you, thank you. Joss is like, I feel like that was enough questions. Yes, everybody's saying thank you, Martha. Have a good day. And they say you're very beautiful. And Angie says, Walawan, Martha. And Silver Star's like, yes, I feel like she's done. I think everybody was kind of feeling like she's doing the, okay, I'm all done now. But yeah, it is quite warm. So I kind of feel like she's still in the apartment. She's just not in this room with me. So Walawan, thank you, Marta, Malsam, Wolf. Aw. So yeah, and I thank you guys for coming in today and talking with Martha, and and hopefully, I don't know, you got to see how I use my dowsing rods and how I go about asking questions, and how sometimes we have to then tap into our intuition when we get a yes or no question, but it requires more. Sometimes you have to just go with what you're feeling and seeing and hearing and all that good stuff. But it's good exercise, I think. You guys can definitely make these out of coat hangers if you wanted to. You have pendulums, you have tarot cards, you have all these tools at your disposal to help enhance, your intuition, or at least to clarify it. So, yeah. So if you're, on an intuitive journey, you're trying to strengthen, different parts of your intuition, use all those tools that we have, and just practice, and it's fun practice. So, but anyway, I said that we would do a healing, so let's bring you guys back down here. Whoa, not that far down. And let's do a little bit of a healing. So some of you guys are going through loss right now, and some of you guys are going through mental, physical, spiritual challenges, and we want to make sure that our healing energy today goes to you and to everybody else who is needing just a little bit extra, or some people just need a little boost, and so that's what we want to send in. Oh, thank you, Moon Chariots. And Billy's saying don't forget to hit the like button, so thank you. But yeah, so let's do a quick look at our week ahead, and then let's do some healing energy. So I encourage you guys, for the healing, just know that the more people that we have joining in, where it's not just me, like the better. The more energies, the more varied energies that we have together, just putting that goodness out there, whether or not people know us, even whether or not they're even going to watch this video. We just know that the energy is going to go where it needs to go, wherever it needs to go, whenever it needs to go, you know, because there is no time, right? So yeah, we'll put that good stuff out there. And again, we know that some of our friends in here are going through some difficult times, and we want to make sure that our good hearts go to them. So let's see. Tara, please get something yummy to offer Marta. I will. You know, I think a hot chocolate. She might like that. And Susan is like, cute shoes. OMG. Oh, well. Why, yes, it's my shoes. And Marion, oh, no worries. In fact, there is a lot. If you wanted to go back and watch the replay, lots of questions for Martha, and she was very patient answering all of them. Very, very good, good-natured, and it's nice when you come across some good people. Because, you know, when we leave spirit, sometimes some people hold on to their personalities, and some people's personalities are a little bit more difficult than others, but she has a very pleasant personality, which is nice. Okay, so I would like to look into, this is chocolates, yes. And she'll like strawberries and raspberries, as do I. So you know what, her and I are gonna share. Let's look into the week ahead, and then we'll do a bit of a healing. You guys don't have to stick around, of course, for the healing. Just know that it'll come to you, but you can if you want to. Oh, you're welcome, Kay. That was great. Enjoy the rest of your day. Blessings, friends. Yes, to you as well. Yes, shoes, tarot, and kind spirits. That should be a new segment. Oh, and I did that segment that you guys asked for, the snackies and tarot. Did my first video. It went up on Wednesday. Let me know how you feel about snackies and tarot. Okay, your week ahead. We have the 9 of Pentacles. We have Señor Muerto, death. And we have the Knight of Swords. Okay. So let's put this together. Okay, so on both sides here, you know, I'm getting this, here we have death in the middle, and on this side, it's like chill, birds are in the trees, the wind is blowing gently, it's like not much going on, not much movement. Over here, we have racing movement, da 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 da, you know, crazy energy, and we know that death is the great transformer. It's the one that transmutes things, changes things, sheds the skin, you know, so to speak. So for this upcoming week, figure out the balance between being still and enjoying your surroundings and showing gratitude for all the things that you have, all the things that your body has, that your body can do, the air that you have in your lungs. So it's not just material things, but everything, you know. So there's a moment of being able to do this, sitting in gratitude. And then of course we have moments of got to do this, 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 this. We have this to-do list, da, 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 da. And so the death card here in the middle is asking us to be able to transform the way that we perform those tasks this week. So yes, of course, we may have periods where we're just chillaxing and it's like, man, I'm so grateful for this. And 5 minutes later, it's like, oh my gosh, I forgot I have to da-da-da-da-da, and we're racing and we're off to the races, you know, once again. And so the death card is saying you might have to find a different way to do those things. You know, instead of it being, now's my downtime, now's my crazy time, back into downtime, back into crazy time. Instead of it making two separate, definitive blocks of time, how could you bring these two things together without compromising either of them? So bring these two energies together, find a way to create alchemy with them, instead of it being, now's my downtime, now's my crazy time. Like let's bring these together so it's not so separated. Because maybe crazy time doesn't have to be so crazy, and maybe downtime doesn't mean that you sit for hours on end staring up at the birds, although that does sound fun too. So, so yeah, it's just all about not really switching up things, like not doing things, but more, creating an alchemy with them, taking these two things and just creating maybe a new routine or a new outlook or a new way of doing things. Okay. Let's see. Up here, Silver Star says, I love that. Need your whatever next time. Angie says, that makes sense. Possible job interview to a job listing I posted at work and changes. Very cool. Preparation for interviews, calling people to tell me about the position. Nice. Butterflies, that compromise isn't in my nature. All or nothing. Oh. Marian's going to watch the replay later and figure out who Marta is, my spiritual roommate. Angie says, I want to change it up. It would mean moving up to a higher position. Very cool. Very cool. And Catherine is figuring out balance, as I am too. So this also pertains to me as well. Like, I totally understand. Okay. So time for the healing session is now the end of our live chat. So we had some people, like there was one of our friends who lost a very dear friend, spiritual friend. And so we want to send energy and love and healing to the friend that has crossed over, but also to our friend here. We have some people that are going through some mental health issues and they're just looking for some guidance, some healing, some of that that knowing that, we're all right there with you and we're helping you to be open to, healing and other opportunities that there might be in order to help yourself. So if you're open, you could say you're open to the energy. You could say it in your mind. You could say it in the chat. You could say it aloud. But yeah, you don't have to be here. You guys can go off, go do whatever it is you need to do. Just know that it'll be there when you need it, no matter what time or when. I encourage you guys to jump in as well. So please, please, please help out with the healing energy. I think it's better when there's more of us. Silver Star's like, I meant you need your whatever for tarot and snackies. Yes, exactly. Angie's like, Martha is lovely and I could actually see what she looks like with her pipe. Wears something on her head at times, a hat sort of. Yes, yes she does, actually, yes. All right, so here we go. You guys join in on this and let's put out those good vibes, those good healing vibes that just wrap us in those comfy blankies when you know you got a friend with their arm around you, offering you a nice bit of hot cocoa. It's that warm, comforted feeling that you guys are going to get. That we're there. Even when you feel like you're alone, you know that you're not. We're all there with you and we're all there to help you heal. All right, you guys. That felt nice. I kind of felt like my guides came to have a seat, but Marta also came to have a seat because she's like, "What are we doing? Are we doing something?" So, and she had put a like a chicken bone or some sort of animal bone in my right hand, and she was like, "This is like your power hand," and she says, "And it is best when you like combine yourself with an animal when you do your healings." Like she's like merge with an animal when you do that, and she says one way to do that is to hold the bone in your hand. So she was showing me just, so I was like kind of holding a bone while I did that. So that was a different form of energy than I sent out before, but that was wonderful, and I could feel you guys too. So that was super cool. But all right, you guys, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. Have a great Sunday. Ooh, lots of energy, yellows and coral pinks. Very nice. Yeah, I kind of felt it was like that. It was very like soft but energetic, you know. So, so anyway, thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you for hanging out with Marta and you know, talking with us, speaking with her. I know that she enjoyed it, and yeah, I will catch you guys next weekend. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out. Bye, guys.